Afternoon YouTube, it is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle Happy Medium, and thank you to all the new subscribers over here on YouTube and all of those who've been watching all of the video content and things like that. I cannot thank you all enough. For them who have been asking other ways to find me, you can find me on Instagram and also on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, a lot of you are coming to Instagram. If not, you can find us on Twitter as well. But in today's video, or in this video tutorial, we're going to talk about nervousness, why we're nervous when we're doing mediumship. Funny, I was just talking to somebody last night about this, so it seems quite fitting, and I thought we could sort of talk about it in a video tutorial and see if my hints and tips can sort of give you a little bit of a helping hand there when you're doing your mediumship. This is probably one of the biggest things that you're going to find when you're doing your mediumship, nervousness or nerves or, just that fear, and it's within every medium. And I've been talking a little bit now on this channel about there is no difference between the budding medium and the professional. The only difference is the professional has honed their skill set more. Eventually, the budding medium will eventually get here. It just takes time, and I will put that video in at the end of this particular tutorial for you. But nerves is what's going to get you sort of in a bit of a jam, whether it be you add extra words in, or that you're doing a lot of MMMing, or if you're doing sort of when you're talking you feel as if it's gone blank, these types of things. So the best things are the 4 top tips that I would give you for anything to do with before you even start doing mediumship or even trying to do mediumship is breathe. I've talked about this massively and I'll keep on talking about it. The breath. The breath is one of the biggest things that's going to help regulate the system, because we have adrenaline, and when we become nervous or when we become fearful, what will happen is the breath changes. When the breath changes, it starts to push what we call signals around the body, so the nervous system starts to kick in, and what happens is adrenaline starts to push round the body. What then happens is the body thinks there's something to fear, or what we call fight or flight mode. And because of this, what happens is the mind stays with the more conscious world, because the body thinks there's something to fear, and the body is naturally designed, the mind is naturally designed to protect the body. So what tends to happen is when we're trying to do mediumship, or we're in a place where we don't feel comfortable, the body automatically, or the mind's going to automatically think that there's something to fear, and start sending signals back to the mind, which then starts to push the adrenaline round. The best way to stop that happening is to breathe. Learning to be more regulated with your breath. Now, me, I've just packed in smoking for the second time, and I packed in 2.5 years ago, wait, longer than that actually, because I was packed in for 2.5 years. And I've just recently packed in again, being fit and being not smoking now for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I did a lot of yoga a couple of years ago, and again I stopped doing that, and I've gone back to doing my yoga. Now, yoga is a really good way. This is just sort of giving you an understanding of the breath. Yoga is a really good technique for one, not only being really good for the core, but also helping you with the breath and helping you to recognize, understanding intent, and also understanding the breath, and how by using the breath can help you with regulation of the mind, and how learning the mind to work with the body. That's what yoga does for me personally. I'm not saying you've got to get out there and get on a mat. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just trying to get you an understanding of why I say that the breath's really important. And by using the breath, what we're doing is we're telling the body there's nothing wrong here. Now, the other thing that tends to happen is that we go to places that we don't feel comfortable. So what most budding mediums do is that they'll go out with lots and lots of different friends. So I would recommend here your friends, your open circles, your online circles, whatever it may be. Online circles are becoming really big now, especially across the social media platforms. Me personally, I do online courses. I don't really have a big issue with them. A lot of people do. Me personally, I don't. And I gotta say here, each to their own. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to do whatever it is that makes them happy within their mediumship or within whatever it is that they're teaching. It doesn't really bother me in any capacity, and I do it myself, like I said, so it's irrelevant to me. But the second hint and tip I can do is getting out with friends. Getting out with like-minded people, getting into places where you don't always you don't always normally go is a really good thing as well. But making sure you take people, for example, you can all probably relate to the fact that, you know, you'll go to an open circle, you'll go somewhere for the first time, maybe a spiritualist church, maybe you're booking an online course, you know, whatever it may be. And the nerves will kick in. I had a message from a girl one day last week, I think, and she's watching the channel. She said she didn't know how to comment, so if you're watching this, I know she was from the other side of the pond, which is the USA, and she was talking to me about, you know, our nerves and our anxiety and our fears and, you know, all these types of things. And the majority of it is because you're being pushed out of a comfort zone. That's all it is. The problem is when we do mediumship, it's unforeign to us. It's foreign to you, it's foreign to most of us, and you haven't got a clue really what you're doing. So because of that, you're pushed out of the comfort zone. So what we tend to do is we look for like-minded people. Friends who will make go open circles, online classes, or we'll start and seek out people like me, people like other tutors, you know, other people who are across other social media platforms, trying to get this understanding of what may be going on, because you are being pushed out of, you're in somewhere that you don't understand. And the biggest problem with that is because of the fear, because you don't understand it. When we understand something, we don't fear it. When we get it, we don't find anything to react to. It's a bit like triggers and stuff. You know, and I'm a big believer in mediumship, and I've been talking about it for a long time. It's an inside job. You know, the more fear-based you are as a medium, depending on how much triggers you've got going on, depending on how much is bothering you, how reactive you are to people, will stunt a lot of your mediumship, because of the fact that, and people will say mediumship and mediums are two separate things. I disagree massively, and I'm sure probably lots of you, that's my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying my opinion's right, wrong, or indifferent. I just know through working with my students, and I have one student with me, and the lady who inboxed me last week, who are, it's not that they've got anything wrong with the mediumship, it's the fact that they're not in a good place. And the only thing, if you don't want to do the inner work, a lot of people don't, because doing inner work is going to get you, you've got to pull yourself apart. You've got to look at where you're going wrong somewhere. You've got to look at what's wrong here. Do you know what I mean? You've got to look at what's making you nervous. Why you're saying these ums, or why you're, you know, adding words in or not adding words in, or you're not this good listener, or you're not that active listener, or whatever. You've got to go away and look at all of that. And as humans, we have a real hard time having a look at where we may have to clean up, we may have to tidy up, we may have to dig in the side of us and think, yeah, well, you know, maybe I am taking that too personally. Yeah, maybe I am a nervous person. Yeah, maybe because of some stuff that's gone on within my past, I'm like triggered by the things people say or the things people do, or, you know, whatever it may be. So you got to take, another top tip of mine take a look at yourself. If you're not looking at yourself, I'm just going to move around there. If you're not looking at yourself, how can you possibly be the best ambassador you want to be for the spirit world? You know, I'm not saying you're never going to get it all out. You can't, because you're human after all. But if you're, let me just shift that a little bit there, you can see. If you're looking at yourself and constantly improving yourself in some capacity, do you not think that your mediumship may also improve and alter given time? Because after all, we are instruments, and we have to understand that when the instrument's not playing to the best of its ability, your mediumship's never going to play at the best of its ability. Why? Because there's fear in here. Fear because there's something wrong with the human. It's not that there's anything wrong with your mediumship, it's that there's something wrong with you. So what you need to do is make sure you're taking a good look at yourself. Make sure that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but using the breath to keep you regulated so that your mind's not kicking in all the time. And make sure that you find people who sit within your parameters, because what tends to happen is we will find people and we will resonate with some of them, but not with all of them. And some people are at times tactless. They're tactless with what I say. I'm guilty of this. I've done it as a teacher and as a medium. You know, I've been a bit tactless at times. I've said things and thought, oh God, you know, that was a bit, you know, full on there, Danielle, you know. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit close to the bone, you know what I mean? And I think it's because for us as humans, we all think that everybody's like in the same sort of arena as your mind, and we're not, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we're not always going to get every bit of it right. So what tends to happen is that sometimes when we go here, certain things happen, this will upset somebody, or this will sort of trigger you off, and it'll stop you either going back there. I've learned when I'm triggered to go back here and look at what's going on with me. What's the problem? Like, why am I triggered? What's bothering me here? What's the real issue? And dig for that answer. Is there something I need to let go of? Is there something that there's a problem here? Can I improve on this? Where can I look more? And this is really bled down in your mediumship as well. So when somebody says something about your mediumship, i.e. they don't like throughout mediumship, let's take that one for an example. I don't really like, throughout mediumship. Then you have to go away and say, right, what can I do to improve this? Where can I develop in this area? What more can I do to keep my throughout mediumship, but make it where it's more acceptable so that people get it more? Because ultimately what we have to understand with mediumship is that we're here to help others. It's not here to help yourselves. It's here to do for other people. And what you have to accept and understand is that every obstacle you come with in your mediumship is an opportunity for you to learn and grow from it. It's an opportunity for you to go away and take a look at you, the instrument, or where you can enhance your mediumship, or where your mediumship could develop and deepen and look to be more evidential. Because after all, isn't that what you're all after? Isn't that what we're all looking for? Isn't that what we're all striving for? Many of you will be screaming at the screen at me going, yes, Danielle, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Then take a look at some of this. Nerves also can be really helpful. And I know you're going to be looking at me a little bit weird and going, well, what do you mean by that, Danielle? Because nerves will make us push. We'll either push through, we'll either drive through, or we'll either step back. It's either one or the other. So which one are you going to do? Are you going to step back and just allow everything and anything to go on? Or are you going to drive through, use the breath, find people who resonate with you, push yourself out that comfort zone and take a look more at how you can develop yourself? This video is really asking you that question. Which one will you do? In this video, we've covered nerves and how nerves can be maybe monitored, looked at, developed, and how maybe you can use them in another way to push you through, but really only you know the answer to that question. So I've been Danielle, better known as Danielle, a happy medium, and in this video we've covered nerves and how do nerves really help you in your mediumship. I'll see you all on Sunday. We have been asked to do an extra upload, so I'm going to be doing one on a weekend, because I see there's a lot go on through the week but nothing on a weekend. So you will be starting to see an extra upload from me on a Sunday. I have a brand new segment coming in on DH9 every week with Mediumship. It is a radio station here in the UK, but you can get it all over the world. And I will be on there for about 45 minutes doing weekly uploaded segments on there, different content that you've got here on YouTube, with a fortnightly live in as well, so you can sort of ring in with your questions and stuff. I'm very excited to be doing this, which I'll also be doing while I'm abroad. When I leave the country, which is the UK, in April. So yes, I'm a very busy lady. It has been a pleasure talking to you all. Hopefully I'll see you all again. Any questions, comments, hit the box. Like, share, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, share it with them people that may be beneficial to, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye for now.